So I finally put the baby to sleep. Let me show you guys my little baby. Now I can tell you guys my labor experience. I was 40 weeks and 1 day whenever I went into labor, and my due date was the 4th. So I remember I woke up on the 4th. I woke up like at 8 and I was already cramping, like minor cramps. You kind of just start feeling like you're gonna start your period, but it was like nothing, like it didn't hurt, it didn't bother me to be walking around or anything. So I just went about my day, and I had called my mom and I told her to come because I was like, I started cramping, it's just minor, but I think you guys should come already since my sister and her were gonna be in the delivery room. And so they came, and then throughout the day I did notice that they were getting a little stronger and stronger, and I already had like my hospital bag ready and everything. So then my friend came over, Carla, and I took her, I think the baby's crying. I took her maternity pictures. Yep, he is. So then I was taking Carla's pictures, and when I was taking Carla's pictures, I want to say it was like 7, 8 at night, my contractions were getting stronger, and I started timing them, and my sister was here, and I was telling her to time them for me. And so first they were like 15 minutes apart, and then like as I'm doing the photo shoot, I was like, ugh, like, okay sis, like I have another contraction. And then it was like 7 minutes, 6 minutes, and then it was just like 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 4 minutes. Like it was just like out of order, but they were like constant, and they were hurting. And so I was like, okay, I think I'm gonna go into labor soon, like tonight. And then I had gone to the restroom. I want to say like at 11 I went to the restroom, and I noticed like my mucus plug, I think that's what it's called, I don't even know, but it like came out, and I wasn't sure if that's what it was. But then my friend was like, yeah dude, like you're going into labor. And I was like, oh my god, like I'm kind of scared. And so I went to the room, and I even have a video. I'm like straightening my hair because I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go into labor right now. I'm straightening my hair because I don't want to look like a mess when I have the baby. And so I had told Racia, like, I'm just gonna wait until I feel like I can't take it anymore, because I don't want to go to the hospital and have to wait there forever, and then or them tell me like, oh, you're not open enough, like go back home. So that's what we did, and I tried to sleep as much as I could, and it was about like 4, I just couldn't anymore. I couldn't take it. I was getting my contractions closer and closer on time, like they were back to back, and I was already in pain. And I was like, you know what, let's just go, like I think it's time. So we got up, we left, we got to the hospital, and I was like, I hope I'm not being dramatic. I hope I'm not being dramatic. And the lady tells me like, no dude, oops, like no, you're not even open. I was scared they were gonna tell me that. So then hold on, this is what it's like to have a newborn. I think he's asleep. No. So then they took me into a room where they checked me, and she was like, yep, we're keeping you, you're at 4. And it was like 4 in the morning, like 4:30. I was like, really? Like, oh my god. I thought I was gonna have him by like noon. So it was 4. And then like an hour later, they came in again. And she was like, you're at 5. And it felt like it was going by so fast. Every time she would come in, she was like, you're at 6, you're at 7. And then I want to say it was like noon already. She was like, you're 7.5. And then after that, time started going by so fast, but slow. I don't know why I'm so tired all of a sudden. So then, yeah, it was noon, and then I was still not opening more. I was 7.5, and then I was 8. I was 8.5 forever. And by this time, I want to say it's like 4. And then they're like, you're at 9, and you only have to be at 10. And I wasn't even taking, at first they were like, oh, are you gonna want the epidural? Like, I'm not against it or anything, but I really didn't want to get it. And I didn't want to get like the pain medication fast either, because I was like, I'm not sure how bad it's gonna hurt. So I'm gonna try to take it as much as I can, and if I feel like I can't take it anymore, then I'm gonna take, because they give you 2. They give you like you're able to take like pain medication. I think it's like up to 3 times, and then after that one, if you want the epidural, then they'll give it to you. So then when I was like at 7, I want to say that's when I took the first pain medication. And then once I was like at 8, like from 7 to 9, I was like on the pain medication. Then when it wore off and the doctor came in and he ripped my bag, oh my God, I swear I thought I was gonna die. I was like screaming, like I was literally being so, not dramatic because it really did hurt, but I was literally like those people in the movies. And I don't even, it hurt so bad that I don't even remember the whole thing. And I remember I was at 9.5 for hours and hours. And the reason was because the baby's head was sunny side up. And so it just hurt like hell. It hurt so bad. Like in the moment, you know, it hurts so bad. Like you can't even explain how bad it hurts. But then afterwards, you can't remember. It's weird. So then I was at 9.5 forever. And the nurse turned me over like sideways. And when I was like screaming, I was like, I'm gonna die. And I was like, just cut me open and take him out. It hurt, guys. And I was like, can I get the epidural? At 9.5, I was like, can I get the epidural? I can't take it anymore. Like, I need the epidural. And they were like, do you want it? You could still get it. And usually they don't let you get it. So when she told me that, I was like, oh, hell no. This means like the baby's not even trying to come out yet. So they were like, yeah, you could get the epidural. It's going to take like an hour for the anesthesiologist to get here. And I was like, an hour? I'm going to die in an hour. And the nurse would come in. She would be like, sweetie, you're doing great. And I was like, no, I'm not doing great. Finally, the anesthesiologist got there, and that's another story. You have to like bend over, like you have to sit like this. Like you have to be sitting like this while they're giving you the shot, and they give it to you obviously over here. At the same time, you have this big old stomach, and at the same time, you're getting contractions. Oh no, I was dying, and you can't move either. So I was holding on to Raciel as hard as I could. I even remember I was like putting my nails in his skin, and I was like screaming, and I was just breathing and breathing, and breathing actually helps. So I was just like, and I was just like, and then he started doing the epidural, and it hurt so bad. My mom had to walk outside because she felt so bad for me, and my sister was just there like traumatized. But I swear, after he like did the epidural, I felt completely numb, like from my waist down, and they were like, okay, like, do you feel anything? I was like, no. And they started to speed up my contractions. So then when they started speeding up my contractions, obviously I couldn't feel it. So that was perfect. And I want to say it was like at 7:30. It was like 7:30ish. And the nurse said that she was going to call a doctor so he could come and see. And like at 8, I want to say it was like at 8, they were like, okay, you're doing good. We're going to come in at 8:30 so you could push. And she left. And like at 8:15, I remember I was telling Russell, like, I feel him coming out. Like, I feel his head is right there. Like, he's coming out. Like, I need to push. And then he was like, okay, like, we'll tell them once they come in again. So she comes in again, and I was like, honestly, I feel like he's coming out. And she checked me, and she's like, oh, yeah. She's like, okay, we're going to practice pushing. And it didn't hurt because I was numb. But you do feel like a lot of pressure down there. So then I was like pushing, and she's like, you're gonna feel like you're taking a big poop. Just breathe and you'll be fine. So I started pushing and pushing, and I do remember we pushed for like a while, maybe like 10 minutes. And then they finally called a doctor because they want you to push. They want you to push as much as you can until they could see like the baby's hair. If they see like the baby's hair or head, if they don't have hair, coming out, then that's when they call the doctor and they're like, okay, like they're ready. And hold on, I'm gonna have to feed him. I pushed and they could see his hair, so they were like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and call a doctor. So the doctor comes in, and then I start pushing, and you literally feel like you're pooping. Like, you don't feel anything in the moment. So I had the baby at 8:26 after 14 hours. If I'm doing my math right, it was 4, 5, 11, 12. Oh no, 16 hours. So I had the baby after 16 hours. And we recorded it. We just hid the camera. I do have a video like when he comes out. You can't see like anything up close and personal, but it's like from my angle. And yeah, he weighed 7 pounds. 0 ounces, and he was 21 inches long, which I was surprised. I thought he was gonna be like 8-9 pounds, but he wasn't even that big. But thank you guys for watching. Say bye. He gets so red when he's mad. I know, my love. You're tired. Okay, bye guys. Hope you liked the video.